So, hey, I don't know if anybody's done the numbers, but I noticed a bit of a trend with all of your wins that don't go to decision. Almost all of them, you win between the 3rd and 4th minute.
Huh.
Oh, really? I didn't notice that at all.
Yeah, and obviously, your opponents just don't realize that the strategy is to just run the fuck away from you between minute 3 and 4, and then they're going to kick your ass.
Yeah, see, Jonathan, you're wrecking it for him now.
Well,
yeah, that's right. I'm going to be thinking about that for my next fight.
Yeah, you're going to have to.
Go past the 4th minute, man.
You're going to have to
decision now.
Yeah, you're going to have to mix it up because
how many?
You've had wins. At least 6 between the 3rd and 4th minute
of the first round.
Of the first round, and that didn't go to decision because there was a bunch. You've had a bunch go to decision as well that you've won.
Yeah, I did. I used to be a decision man. Now I'm trying to knock them out and submit them all the time.
So you've had
your last 3 fights were between the 3rd and 4th minute.
Wow, and other ones earlier in his career too.
Yeah. When did you defeat Marcus Hicks? Because the timing's not on there.
Marcus Hicks was actually the Ultimate Cage Wars right before the one that Robin Black
and what was
on, or the one after that, something like that.
Was that in round 1?
That was round 1. It was probably the 3rd or 4th.
Oh fuck, dude! That's 4 in a row between the 3rd and 4th minute. You had 3 Kimuras in a row, and you got 4 wins in a row between the 3rd and 4th minute.
Wow, nice.
I totally know what to tell your next opponent.
Yeah, whoever you're fighting, we're just gonna tell them, look,
we're gonna bring them on.
It's minute 3, get your corner to scream it, and just run for a minute. Although then you'll start finishing guys between the 4th and 5th minute.
Right, or the 2nd and 3rd to totally catch them off guard.
After having a win now, you don't have anything booked yet, right?
No, I have nothing booked. I just talked with Joe Silva and Dana White. They were very happy for me and the victories. They congratulated me really nicely. And just too bad I didn't get that KO win bonus. I was so
you had it.
And all my training partners were sitting down. We were just counting the minutes, counting the rounds left before I get that $60,000. And all of a sudden, you see Machida lay out Evans, and I was like, oh shit, there it goes. So.
Hey, and with that, like, were you online already ordering shit?
Like, were you buying couches and new shit, like waiting for the KO?
The wife and I were talking about a car, and it went out the window pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's what ruins it. You know, you make any plans for the winnings, and then it goes out the window.
That is so true. I knew somebody was going to get knocked out in that fight in the end, but I was hoping for a TKO, not a KO.
Yeah, you had that.
And it just. If only Rashad Evans would have stayed on the ground and Machida would have finished him on the ground,
for sure.
I would have been more happier.
Hey, you got submission of the night the fight before, though, right?
I did. Actually, the two before. The Ultimate Fight Night when I defeated, when I won with the Kimura, and then the second one when I just defeated Brian Stan with the Kimura. So I got back-to-back fight of the night. So
one of them was 60, cool. And what was the other one, 25, 35?
Yeah, first one was 25. The Brian Stan was 70 in Montreal.
Nice.
So it was. I made enough money to pay off some bills, which was great.
So that's
awesome.
$95,000 US worth of bonuses, right?
Yeah.
Not including the win bonuses, because you got an $8,000 win bonus this time. And then
I'm under the Ultimate Fighter contract, so I'm locked in for about 3 years with the UFC unless they decide to release me early. So I think it was 8 and 8 for the first year, and then it goes up a little bit for the second and third.
It doesn't look like anybody's releasing you after 3 big wins, 2 submission of the nights, and an almost knockout of the night. That feels good, right? You feel established there now, right?
You know what? I definitely feel great. You know, there's when I first started in this sport, the first thing I wanted to achieve was my first thing I said to my training partners was in 5 years I'm making it to the UFC, and then exactly it was 5 years after I said that I made it to the UFC. So hard work pays off, and I'm very, very happy for what's going on right now with my career.
So how long until you're in a title fight?
You know what? I'm not even thinking about that. I'm just going to take each fight as it goes. I have a lot of things I got to work on right now. My hands, my wrestling, my jiu-jitsu. I'm still learning so much from all my training partners and instructors that, I'm just going to take one fight at a time. But there's definitely, the goal is to fight for the title one day. So that's what we're working on.
And who are some of your key training partners down there right now?
Well, Dan Henderson by far. He's getting ready for Michael Bisping. So I was back in gym on Monday, yesterday, training with him, getting him ready for a fight. Lou Pauly, who used to be from ATT, he's 9-2. He was the ECC light heavyweight champion out of Halifax. Defeated one of the young up and comers from Canada, Roger Hollett, for the title.
Oh yeah, Hollett's tough guy.
Now he's with us, and he's getting ready for Vernon Tiger White this weekend. Actually,
where is he fighting this weekend?
Yeah, this weekend in Irvine, California, or Alpine, California.
Yeah.
So he's fighting there at that show called War Gods, who's run by Ken Shamrock, the one who runs it. So it's a main event fight. So he's very excited about it. It's giving him one step closer to his UFC dream as well. I also have Professor X, who fought on the last UFC card as well. Jesse Taylor, Terry Sokuju, who just fought in Dreams.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of guys who are training hard, their butts off all the time.
Hey, I know that you're now gonna make the next step up to the next level of tough guys, and the way you've been running through guys, you're gonna do real well. But you look at Lyoto Machida, and you have to anybody who fights at any level looks at a guy like that and thinks, what's the game plan? When you look at him, what do you think somebody's got to do to beat him?
Oh wow, good question. To be honest, I didn't even think about it because I'm nowhere near that level yet. But
no, but as a fan and as a fighter, you look at it, and part of the game is
absolutely.
What would I do, right?
Yeah, plus, he's in your weight class.
He's from the way he's just so calm and just really light on his feet, and just his movement is so good. I think the most important part, you have to pressure him. You can't fight his game.
Yeah.
It seems like everybody's always fighting his game. I think if you have to be one of those fighters who constantly pressure him, so until he makes a mistake. Because if you fall into fighting his game plan, like everybody else has been for the last 3-4 fights that I've noticed, it's going to be really hard to beat that guy.
Right.
Yeah, that's the same with Anderson Silva when he started to become dominant, right?
Oh, absolutely. Same thing. Everybody comes in there now and they're like, oh man, I'm fighting Anderson Silva. Holy shit, and you can't think like that. You got to actually go after this guy, and hopefully, when you pressure him, he'll make that mistake that you're looking for, and you'll capitalize on it.
I thought Dan.
It's just done, though.
Yeah, I thought Dan did the best against Anderson Silva, though.
Yeah, totally.
Well, me too. He was doing so well in that first round. He won that first round, and the second one he got caught with that stupid push kick right through the jaw and an uppercut, and he kind of got rocked, and then everything fell apart from there. But yeah, he was doing really well, and he's actually, he's hoping that after this fight against Michael Bisping, he's going to get another crack at that title.
Yeah, and how badly do you think Dan's going to crush Michael Bisping?
Well, to be honest with you, he's about 7 weeks out before his fight, and he is looking absolutely phenomenal in training. I was there at the gym this morning. He was doing pads with our striking coach, and man, his hands, I've never seen them the way they are, how fast they are, how hard he hits. It's unbelievable. And he's going to destroy Michael Bisping. He wants that fight so bad. He's so motivated that he's going to destroy Michael Bisping.
Well, and I think for Bisping, this has got to be his toughest fight by a country mile.
God, yeah.
I mean, this is this is the top level. I mean, this is the absolute possible top level you can ever go against. What are you going to do? You know what I mean?
Dan Henderson is just such a bad matchup for him.
Yeah.
With Dan Henderson's wrestling, his clinch game, just his takedown, this control from the top position. Michael Bisping's got to come up with something, out of his butt, basically, to win this fight. And the way Dan's been training right now, and he's not even close to peaking for this fight yet, and he's already looking fantastic. I think it's going to be a very hard feat for Michael Bisping.
To me, the reason Dan Henderson's such a badass all the time is because nobody's a good matchup for him. You know what I mean? He's not.
He's really good at fighting his game.
Yeah.
He goes in, he wants to fight a certain way, and he makes the guy fight that way.
And he's tough, and he's mentally tough, and his jaw is tough, and his right hand is tough. I mean, he's just a badass. So when you train with him, how is he in training? Is he an aggressive training partner? Is he a teaching training partner? Is he an equal training partner? What's he like?
He is actually literally all of them. You know what I mean? It all depends on who my opponent is.
Yeah.
How I'm preparing for my fight. He will act as my opponent most of the time. If I'm fighting a right-handed fighter, he's in there with me every day, helping me get ready. If you notice that I'm making a mistake as we're rolling or we're grappling, he'll actually stop and he'll say, "Hey, you're doing this wrong, and this wrong." So he basically teaches me as we go, also kicks my butt as we go, and also allows me to do what I got to do to get better and improve, and set up my things that I need to do, get ready for my fight, as a training partner. So he's just one of the best training partners I've ever had, and it's just such an enjoyment for me to train with him.
And you guys are close friends too?
Oh, absolutely. We're good friends. You know what I mean? I'm going to be in his corner for his next fight.
Cool.
I'm one of the cardio coaches at Team Quest as well.
Cool.
So I put him through all my conditioning circuits and stuff like that we can set up for him. So yeah, we've become really close.
Cool.
That's cool. It's nice to have a training partner where you got a bit of an equal partnership going back and forth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, because if it's completely one way.